All right, let's go down to Tennessee. We will follow what's happening with Trump as we get more footage in. In Tennessee, as you know, obviously, big mass shooting recently. The state representatives who represent people who were lost somebody in that shooting, tried to raise the idea of some form of reasonable gun control. And instead, what they got was essentially threats to expel them. Here is Tennessee State Representative Justin Jones, clip number 81, I guess, explaining what's happened to him and two other Democratic colleagues.
So what's going on here in Tennessee today?
So 3 of us lawmakers who stood with our constituents demanding that they take action, and hear that thousands of people gathered on Thursday talking about the crisis of mass shootings. We've been kicked off our committees as representatives elected by our constituents. Each of us represents 78,000 people, and our people are being silenced because they're kicking us off committees. They're threatening to take a vote to expel us today. Our member ID badges have been shut off. Our representative ID badges have been shut off. And this is not what democracy looks like. We are elected to serve our constituents, and I'm the youngest Democratic lawmaker here, the most diverse district, and by shutting me down, they're shutting down the voice of my constituents. So this is one of my constituents, Miss Brooks, whose family was hit, and a victim of the Waffle House mass shooting. And so we're here to speak for them, and they wouldn't even let us speak for our people. They wouldn't let us talk on the floor. They shut our microphones off. They shut our voting machines off. We couldn't even talk about the issue. And so when we went to the well to force the issue, they called us insurrectionists and are now trying to expel us from the legislature.
Insurrectionists.
Yeah. Here is Republican State Representative William Lamberth coming out and addressing the protesters, and just to give you a sense of what the attitude is of these Republican lawmakers.
So you're not going to like my answer. And look, I'm going to say that straight up. It's not about this one gun. If there is a firearm out there that you're comfortable being shot with, please show me which one it is.
There's not.
There's not. Right there. Every single gun in the hands of a crazy person, a deranged person, a convicted felon, every single weapon out there.
What are you going to be more scared when somebody's walking on the street with a giant ass gun for no reason? Like, nobody's going to do good with that gun.
I understand that.
The goal is not to.
But it's not, you could ban that specific gun, and you are going to do almost nothing to improve y'all's safety. I'm sorry, that's a fact.
Almost nothing. Almost nothing could be the difference between one, small kid's life and not. I mean, the idea that the ability to fire multiple rounds in a second or 10 seconds or whatever the ammo-sexuals are excited about in terms of like what these semi-automatic weapons can do. The idea that has no bearing on the safety of people on the other side is just absurd. Well, then how about this? How about we get rid of all guns except for muskets? And people can carry muskets. I mean, let's reverse the argument. If the idea from this perspective is it doesn't make a difference if you eliminate one gun because people will find another gun out there in which they're going to use to kill people, why don't we get rid of all guns and replace them all with muskets? And that way, people are able to bear their arms, but they have to carry around like a little sack with gunpowder and pour it down and then put the bullet in there and shove it down.
Yeah.
Still a gun. Still get to walk around with your gun. But we'll do it muskets.
Yeah.
I wonder how a cop would feel. I give you the opportunity. Do you want to face someone with an AR-15 or a musket? Which one do you feel safer going into that classroom and stopping that guy from shooting kids? I mean,
it just facts over feelings, Republicans. Look at the amount of deaths from mass shootings since the expiration of the assault weapons ban. What was that? 2004? When it expired? And Republicans didn't bring it back up? It exploded. So, and it's just like, let alone, you don't even need those statistics in the United States to look at the common sense of it. A gun, that's a pistol. where you don't have the ability to shoot off multiple rounds as quickly as you could with an AR-15 or a semi-automatic weapon, it's just not, you're not going to kill as many people. You can't spray bullets in the same way as you can with a handgun, period. And they know that. They know that. I mean, anybody with two eyes knows that, and knows that. They just are trying to find new ways to lie. I mean, I feel like I've always thought they could, I didn't see how they could like keep it up and find new ways to lie, find new angles, but they prove me wrong on a daily basis, honestly.